Am I glad to see you two here. I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out. It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone... Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us. What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is... Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum.
The person you're talking about. Are... Potaz, Pazto... Whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the Hey, you two! Cat got your...
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snowplanes.
So it's you! You're the... do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even low...
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me.
IPC? Interviews? I don't know. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this. What a headache.
I will dispatch you by my sword. The fight is set.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Unnecessary.
Not a scratch. What a headache.
I underestimated you.
Failed to set you.
You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom.
Nice teamwork.
Repay.
I'm on guard.
So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery.
I will dispatch you.
Don't mess with me.
I'll see you off.
That's it? He sure...
17 rounds of interviews and these...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Do not be afraid. Heaven's Search. Break!
A blade knows no mercy. Your end approaches.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Bloom. Do not fret. Heaven's Search. Rise!
I will dispatch you.
Lance at the ready.
I'll see you off.
Life finds a way.
Heaven's Search. Break!
You impede me. Fail to set you.
The strength. Awaken Thorn Scales. World Cleansing Dragon. Heaven's Search. Rise!
A blade knows no mercy.
Bloom.
Unnecessary.
Repay.
I sense a storm. Heaven's Search. Break!
The fight is set. Fail to set you.
Lance at the ready.
The strength. Heaven's Search. Rise!
You impede me.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Dare you?
Receive divinity.
Nice teamwork.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Awaken Thorn Scales. World Cleansing Dragon.
That paradise may be unreachable for me.
Time to end this. Inevitable.
Okay.
Heaven's Search. Break!
I'm on guard. Not a scrap. Lance ablaze.
I will dispatch you. Fail to send you.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
The times are changed. Heaven surge. Rise! Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon. You scared them!
My research.
When I was young.
Are you still in the mood to read a book?
My research.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Caught your breath yet? It's time to... Right after we finished chatting with Topaz, did it take you that long to notice? The quicker we handle the IPC, the faster we can get back to enjoying the celebration.
Ready for action? It's time to... Let's get moving.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it?
Hello, miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any... I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary.
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all... I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. And this is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that... But first, I need a guide to
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization. What are your intentions for the people currently?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a...
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn...
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates... Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refused.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you would...
All the miners here huddled together.
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's...
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so... Sounds like you two are getting along. Seriously? You actually...
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know any...
This place is filled with nothing but
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way. Okay.
Heaven's Search.
Break! You chose the wrong enemy.
Lance at the ready.
So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery. Who's next?
I sense a storm. Heaven's Search. Rise!
I'm on guard.
Oh, Grace.
Bloom.
Do not fret. Heaven's Search. Break!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there! Is...
We'll see who's really...
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, you're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going.
Let's wait and see.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work.
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here.
Yeah, we demand to speak with
You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk in cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame. The IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
It's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now...
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter in violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon!
Repay!
Great. Come on, I want to try something out. Next.
Conflict requires undivided focus. Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon. Heaven's surge. Break.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Rise!
Let's settle this.
Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead returned!
Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
What a headache.
I underestimated you. Bloom.
Thanks.
Repay.
Who's next?
Sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Break!
The dead returned! I underestimated you.
Don't mess with me.
Not a scratch.
The strength. Heaven's surge. Rise!
Who are you people?
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you...
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo!
Sir, we've just received word from the
Director Topaz?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
We're done for! Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
So,
Yeah. Judging by the looks of... So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around.
It's a long story.
Det?
You should probably ask
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. Huh. get the feeling Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have Spranya message you, which means...
Got it, Zila. Come on, to clip...
These guys don't look like these.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I just... Perhaps, but the IPC, they're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again?
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share in your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have my home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. And 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, when I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld. I am writing to you, Miss Branya. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, how many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not... I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debt, I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult... But because of this...
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I agree. But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents... In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be this planet's fate. The civilization it carries, everything that's happened here, and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. thought has crossed my mind.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the Overworld and the Underworld. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the Overworld and the Underworld, right? We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me sounds serious. Really? I wish it were made up. We don't have much time, Pale. Wait. You're telling me I have to make this huge Okay. If it were up to me... I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, and that's assuming no other disasters occur, I care more about those. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are... I see. So, Thanks for your input. I'll make a note...
Well, look who we have here! Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. What? How is that?
Serval, we're...
It's okay.
What? Hold on, are you serious?
Surprised? Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents, as for working for the company... People need to work no matter... I've always longed for the stars since I was a child.
I see. Thanks for your input. I'll make a...
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up. Do you need my opinion? So that's who they are. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure.
We're here to gather everyone...
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for... Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't faced with this sort of coercion? We must resist. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself...
A soldier's perspective is all. Thanks for your input. I'll make... Did we miss anyone in the Overworld? From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the
It's getting late. Where to now?
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I... But I can tell by the look on your face. Let me guess. Something to... Well, ask away. I see. That's a tricky situation, alright.
Mr. Oleg,
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and if this IPC does indeed possess the magical... Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan, or what worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg.
What brings you two to the underworld? Seems a little out of the blue, but...
No stress, Nat.
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the birth, but even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true.
Wow. That's another vote for the against pile.
Miss March, big sister.
Hey there, Clara.
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with...
What? Topaz?
I'm not sure.
What now? Svarog's super... True. Don Hung's always saying... It's alright, Clara.
I think if we... Because... When I was playing with Hook, everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, just taking away people's dreams like that...
You're right. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth Thanks, Clara. All that running around is... So, the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Oh, right! She's probably still in the Great Mine.
Back so soon? Are you feeling all right? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be... I think I get it.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Bella...
Right.
As it stands,
In that case...
What?
I thought about it. No matter the choice she makes, she has far great... The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, I'll respect whatever decision she makes.
Understood, Zila. It's times like these that a leader must...
Right. If she asks you, just...
Well, it's all... Right? The time is...
It's getting late. Where to now?
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez,
Course of action.
How could you possibly consider this important?
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the overworld.
I see. I suppose everyone had... What was Zila's perspective? I should have known.
Did you come to a conclusion with the
It's pretty much the same situation here. The time has come to make a decision.
Enough! All of you!
I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But... aren't you...
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid...
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but it is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian.
Information? Please.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, but there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds...
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries, according to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most... I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader,
now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rip. Here we go again. Back to our old stump.
It's getting late. Where to now?
He really said that.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I'm ready to enter Rivet Town. We'll go into... Keep your guards up. We might run...
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. That.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you...
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any...
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it...
If only my Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence...
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise...
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to...
Automaton...
I'll explain later.
Look, down there! It's the...
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automatons. Are you ready? Use the automatons. Remember, try to avoid being noticed.
We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but it's hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Are you ready? Remember, try to avoid...
Oh no!
It's all right. We prepared many... Are you ready? Remember, try to... To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. This is the road that Topaz took when...
Let's find her.
This time, Mr. Svarog? Are you all right?
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. Such a result would be Topaz is ahead. She had the means to, from her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While it is unlikely, I still...
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means.
Himiko's right. As long as... Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the
Oh, wow! I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great...
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume...
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himiko, sorry for interrupting.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. Huh?
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious of so many eager faces. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
What a headache. next?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Heaven's Surge. Rise! You chose the wrong enemy.
Don't mess with me.
The strength. Heaven's Surge. Break! I'll see you off. Bloom. Do not fret. Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
What a headache. Who's next?
Inevitable. Heaven's Surge. Rise! You chose the wrong enemy.
Not a scratch. Don't mess with me.
I sense a storm. Heaven's Surge. Break! I'll see you off.
What a headache.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Who's next?
Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon. Receive divinity.
Thanks. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The strength. Heaven's Surge. Rise! You chose the wrong enemy. I underestimated you. Heaven's Surge. Break! Let's settle this.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! I'm on guard.
Don't mess with me. Who's next?
I sense a storm. Heaven's Surge. Rise! I'll see you off. Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return! Awaken, dormant scales. World-cleansing dragon.
What a headache.
Inevitable.
Okay.
Heaven's Surge. Break! Nothing major. Bloom.
Thanks.
Repay. You chose the wrong enemy.
Lance at the ready.
Incredible. No wonder they finished warming up. Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether...
I would never do such a thing.
More?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to
help you? That's interesting.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experience is truly... Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yorillo 6. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one... Members of the Express? Let me...
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right. Kyle, sorry for the delay.
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You...
Excellent. The mountain, let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead. Look, the people of Belobog have... I just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog.
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of...
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand, while warriors fought on the front lines.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon...
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belobogians rebuild their homeland.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belobogians. Madam Rand, not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom... If we want to preserve this freedom, We must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have...
I must say, I didn't... I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circle. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt,
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilla 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by... Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless...
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, I'll handle it.
Things were gonna get us. Speaking of solutions, are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? Right, I totally forgotten. Looks like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating.
You know? I'd heard you and March speak highly. We should also be glad that Miss Topaz is the one in charge of the Urilla 6 project. If it was... The Strategic Investment Department comprises the IPC's most elite employees, many of whom can be very forceful. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and Marge must be tired after such an incredible journey. It's time you got some well-deserved rest.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again, much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. Guarantee? Oh, I think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I have arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
Why don't you head over to the Goethe Hotel and relax for a bit? Miss Topaz and I still have a few matters to discuss. I'm sorry you didn't get to experience the festival atmosphere this time around.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
March was looking forward to the Soul Warm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. This time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current you will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty...
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like? If there are no further remarks, this meeting...
Oh, you only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this while you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light. Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department.
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. This snow is mesmerizing.